This is Young Trader. It is hump day, which means it is crude day. Now, the API report came out last night at 4:30, and crude had a pretty good build. It was 8.4 million barrels. Gasoline had a draw, though, 3.3 million barrels, and distillates had a draw of 523,000 barrels. So overall, it was kind of a mixed pattern. Now, remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30 for crude oil. Natural gas on Thursday at 10:30, and then we have your rig count there on Friday. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily and weekly chart. Now let's just take a look and see what we got going here. Well, yesterday we had a really nice green candle. It held your 100-day. It was above the 200-day and your key 8 SMA. And you got as high as 79 flat, which really has been the high. If you look all the way past, you have 78.92 here, and we have 78.77. But this is going to be the key level right here. Is going to be that 79.29. That is your breakout candle. Now, when you look at this price channel, it looks like it's rolling over here a little bit. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. So let's just take a look here at the downside first. So what do we want to watch here today is this 8 SMA. 77.82, very, very crucial. And then we have your 200 SMA here right below it. Let me see if I can get him in there. Yes, there he is. Yeah, 77.72. Okay, so that's what we have, 77.72. So we want the first one here is your 77.82. Your 200-day is 77.72, and then we can come basically down to look at yesterday's low. That's always the key. That was 77.17, and then we have your 76.93. That would be your 100 SMA here, and then right below it is your 76.42. So there's a lot of good support here, but again, we're still trading in this box. See this box? If you take this right across, that's at 77.52. Okay, so if we just follow that box right along here and then come right on up here to the top of that candle, 79.29, you're still trading in that, basically that box, which is a range. Okay, for this has got to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got 13 days of sideways action here. But again, today isn't done. We got to see where this is all going to shake out. But realistically, on the downside, just watch that key 8 SMA, 77.83, that 200-day, 77.72. And then if that is lost here, look always to the previous day's candle, the high, the low closing. Your low is 77.17, and then we have your 76.93, and then we have your 76.42 here on your 21 SMA. Now, again, if that's lost, then we want to come to the bottom of this candle. We're looking at 75.84, and then we'll have this 75.52 level. Very, very critical. And then obviously, if that's lost, we have your nice 50 SMA at 74.73. But you know, when we look at this pattern here, I pointed this out a zillion times here. You have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and look at this nice rounded bottom that we have going on here. Okay, so but the whole key is going to be a breakout above that top of that candle. That's going to be at that 79.29. Very, very crucial. Again, we just follow the price chart, price channels across 77.60, 77.77. And then we can roll up here to your 81.05, your 82.24. Bring this channel across. You have 83.60, 85.30. We'll bring this channel across, and basically you have your 85.90. And then you can just keep on rolling all the way up, 85.35, and then there's your big retest. You're sitting at 89.85 here. But all that is just showing you where it could go forward here, your resistance levels, but everything's going to be hinged on that 79.29 level here. Sorry. So again, even if this sells down, and you say, oh, it can hold that level, or even if it holds that 50 SMA here, this is still a very, very bullish pattern. You just have that sideways range going down. It's just not the time for this to break out yet. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen here yet today. So bottom line here is we just want to just scalp this. Now, again, if you can close above that 79.29, then you can go balls out long here, because then you know she's going to go higher. But again, if you can, the last thing you want to do is have it pop up and then come right back on down here. So always the key is the closing above. That's the key. But right now, we got sideways action, which, in my opinion, is very good trading action. Okay, so RSI here, you're looking good here. Your MACD, well, your green is above your red. That's looking very good. Now, here for the week, your RSI here, here on your daily, on your weekly chart, looking very good. And your MACD is bullish. Your green is above the red. Very, very nice. Now, the key levels here, what you need to do is for the week. Now, again, this is for the week, so this is only Wednesday. We get 3 more days here. We want to watch that key 77.55 on a closing basis for the week. This key 76.83, your 21-day. And then this is crucial, your 75.79 here. So realistically, that lines up, that 75.79 lines up pretty good here. You got 75.84 here. So realistically, it lines up very, very nice, again, with this box pattern that's going on right here, okay? So as long as this holds us for the week here, this is still very, very a bullish scenario here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But you can see where maybe you're building like a possible wedge here. But usually those wedges, when you break out hard. So if this breaks out, this sideways action, this is building a lot of energy. When she breaks out, this could run an easy 8 points up with no problem at all here. So if you get above that 79.29 there, you could be right up there in the 87, 88 range here very, very easily. The key is you just have to break and close above that key candle here. But again, for the week here, just watch this key 21-day and that key 50-day. Very, very crucial here. And then if you can stay above that 77.75, that'd be good shape here. But realistically, it's this 8 SMA here, which is the key level here on your weekly chart. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on with the old natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, obviously here, this was not the last, but 2 contract rolls again. Right here, when we gapped right on up here, this was another contract roll. But when we looked at this here, this 1.52, when I look at this pattern here, see where you had that low of 1.52, then we came down and basically you retested it, but you put in a 1.58. This just looks like there's a bottoming pattern. And see, I always say, watch that 8 SMA. Now look at that 8 SMA, how it's curling up. So if that 8 SMA can get above that key 21 here, then we can start rolling this up here and we can start heading for that 50-day. So realistically, you're going to come into the seasonality here, basically here on the natural gas. So really at noontime on my midday trading, I've been posting natural gas here and then crude oil after that, but it seems like a lot of people like the natural gas. I will post a seasonality chart there for you again here on natural gas. So if you want to tune into that here, that'll be right around the noontime, somewhere in that area. But what we want to really watch here on the downside, let's just take a look here. So what you want to watch is this 8 SMA is just absolutely crucial. That is sitting at 1.70. Okay, as long as that holds, then we're in good shape. If it doesn't, then we just got to follow the candles down. So if you look at here, you're looking at basically 1.66. Then we look at 1.59. Then we look at the bottom of that candle, you're looking at 1.58. Then we have a retest there at 1.52. But that's all dependent on this key 8 SMA here. Now, this is why I say you want to trade the charts, okay? Because look at this 21-day. Where did that price go? Right into that 21-day here. So 1.83. Natural gas sitting at, that is going to be your very, very key level. So again, if you can close above that 1.83, then we'll just follow the candles. You got 1.86. We have 1.88. You have 1.99. We have 204. What do we have? 210, 212. And then your key level here, see where your price channel now has turned. Okay, so that is basically this candle, 2.68. When we had that contract roll, it got as high here as 2.16, came up just a little bit at 2.168. So this is the price channel now. This is what we've been looking for, where the price channel comes down, then we have that sideways action. So we have that tradable action. Okay, so we know where that top is, and then we have this price channel here. That's why just put price channels on there to see how easy it is to see versus say, oh, I got to follow all these candles. You don't have to. Just look at the price channel sitting right there. Okay, so if you can close above this 1.83, okay, that is the key right there. I say if you can close above that, then your next target is going to be your big target, 2.168. And then we have resistance right here. So you look at 2.23, 2.27, 2.29, and then 2.31 here, 2.32. And then realistically, that is going to be your target, is going to be your 50-day. The key is you have to get above this 21 SMA, that price channel, and then you can head towards the 50, and then we can head towards the 200. But we don't want to get too excited here now. But as long as it holds that key 8 SMA here, you're looking really, really good. That's the key, but you got to close above that 21. Now, the RSI here, looking good. You got plenty of room. It's only sitting at 43 here. There was a divergence here. See where you had a low, you had a really low, big time low, and then we had a higher low here. This contract roll kind of threw it off a little bit, but there is a positive divergence sitting here on your RSI. Now, here on your MACD, well, that's bullish. Look at that. Green is above your red. That's looking very, very good. So what I'll be doing here is looking for scalps here on the UNG, and I'll be looking for, we'll see how it shakes out here. If you can't get that through that 21 SMA and it comes down to the 8 SMA here, the price-wise, then that would be a nice scalp short. And I use the KOLD there for that. But I'm really starting to look here now for some scalped longs here and maybe holding the position a little bit longer here now if you can close above that 21. If you can, you got a really nice target up here at that 2.16 and possible that 50 SMA. Okay, let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour. All right, your hourly chart here. Now see how nice we're starting to look here. See, this is that 1.52. Okay, and I pointed this out. Then we had a really nice rip your face off green candle. You had a bull flag going here, and then we popped up to the top. You had a double top, came on down, but it held that nice 200 SMA here, which is always very, very good. Okay, so you held it 200. It couldn't rally up here, but when we noticed that, it just went to the bottom. This was that contract roll. Okay, went sideways here, but again, when this came down, which is good, I always like that red candle coming down because now what we did is that gap is filled. Okay, you still have another gap here. Okay, so you always want to look at the high on this. This is that 1.64, and then we want to look to the bottom of this candle. That's that 1.71. So there is still a gap that it left here on the charts, but it's looking like it's turning here on the rest of the chart. So this is just your hourly charts. Now you can see where your breakout is going to be here at 1.83 here. See this? Looking very, very good here now. So we got to see if we rallied up to 1.83, and this candle here, we look at that, that's 1.836, 1.838. So you have a lower high. Now, is that going to be a double top situation? Well, we don't know that. But what I do like about this is you have a high, a low, a higher low, and then a higher low here. So even if this comes down to 1.77, it might be a buying opportunity here to go higher. Now, on your 4-hour chart, okay, you can obviously see that stair step down. Okay, right, the 8 day will just hold her down, the 21-day, but then this changed. See how that changed? And that was your bottoming. Okay, so when we looked at a monthly chart, we looked right to the left of the chart, and I showed you exactly 1.52. That's going to be support. If that's lost, then we went down to the 1.44, but so far it's holding that 1.52. But what I like about this, it hit 1.52, and then when it rallied up, it came down, and it put a low in of 1.58. And then we have another low in here of 1.59. So a series of higher lows, always very, very bullish pattern. Now, the key to this whole thing is going to be right there, 1.838. That is going to be the key. If you can break out of that, then what we can do, I say, just follow those candles right across here, okay? And then what we have, you got that 1.86. That's what I like about this. When the stair step down, now this provides nice, good resistance all the way on up here. So all you have to do is bring the price channels across, and that is going to be your resistance level. See? Very, very easy. Okay, so here's what we do. The key is that 1.838 to make sure that we don't have a double top situation, and this comes right on down here again. So it needs to break through that 1.838. If you can, then she can go much higher. Okay, I'll have more for you here on crude oil and natural gas later today, probably around the 5 o'clock area. We'll do more of an in-depth. But midday trading, it seems like everybody likes the old natty gas. So we're going to do we'll do natty gas here at midday trading. And what we'll do is we'll put a seasonality chart up there for you. And then we can make a little bit better look and see how natural gas. But again, watch that 1.838, okay, just so that this isn't a double top. A close of if we can get above that, then she can rip higher. All right. I'll be back later. Thanks for watching.